Hi, this is Dr. Young, and I am going to go over your assignments this week. I'm going to address your discussion first. So, for your discussion, you are going to read an example of an email. Pretty much an inappropriate email, but the beauty of this assignment is you get to revise it using some of the strategies, concepts, and suggestions that you have learned already in this class. Excuse me. So, you get to kind of talk about some of the problems with this email and revise it, paying specific attention to these 4 bullets. So, when you're rewriting this, make sure that you have a subject line that's professional, informative, and includes a verb. So make sure to include a verb. And the reason behind that is the whole active voice. We don't want to have too much passive voice in our communications. You don't want to write sentence after sentence with a passive voice. We're looking for active verbs and active voice. We want to. It just really jumps out at the reader more. Opening should front load the topic and be direct. And you're going to read about, and if you haven't, I think we've already read about some of the front loading, front load topics. Don't beat around the bush. Don't be vague. Try to avoid vagueness. We're looking for clarity. We're looking for directness. Body, that isn't, and let me talk about that for a second. There's a very fine line between being direct and just kind of short. So try to find a way to be direct and positive at the same time. Body should provide good information, be logical, discuss only one topic, and be easy to read. Avoid going off on tangents, too much extraneous information. Stay on topic. Stay focused. Closing should conclude with action information, dates, or deadlines. Specific details. And then summarize the message shortly, and then a closing thought. Again, your grading rubric, if you need that, it's down here. Just click on it. It's the same one, but still. The thing about the discussion rubrics is they're kind of all the same. Well, they are all the same. I don't know why I said kind of. So, this video is kind of to help you discern what you need to do. So, follow these parameters. Try to make the letter positive, and you should make a good grade, as long as your responses are substantive and on the different days as required as well. I'm going to go to your assignment for this week. We're going to discuss that. That is a bit different. That's kind of another focus, which is, and you might already have a resume here, so, you might need to, it's a chance to revise it. It's a chance to actually do something in a class that you can actually, that it can benefit you, in a job search or something like that. So, just when you are thinking through the process of making this resume, it could help you, improve on your own resume. So, you want to apply for the position of a human resources director with a Fortune 1000 company in the field of retailing. The company would prefer applicants with at least 4 years of experience, though others can also apply. You are 6 months short. That's the key here. You are 6 months short on the preferred experience. However, you are absolutely confident of yourself and want to convince the recruiter about the same. Keeping in mind the above scenario, in a 2 to 3 page maximum Word document, create a cover letter that convinces the recruiter about your competency for this job and a resume. Your cover letter and resume must incorporate, it's not incorporates, it should be incorporate. Get that. The following: The cover letter should be concise and to the point, following the 3-paragraph structure. You're going to be reading about that this week. 3-paragraph structure is very important. The resume should be no more than 2 pages long in an appropriate format and following all the standards associated with that format. If you can fit all of the needed information in 1 page, please do. If you've got so much information you can't, then 2 pages is fine. What I don't like to see is someone who's written a page, a front page, like a first page, and then they have like maybe a little bit left on the second page, and then they have a bunch of space on the first page. Maximize your spacing. Don't jumble everything together where it's not discernible, but you can maximize the use and arrange the information on that page, that first page, in a way where everything can fit on it. I mean, a lot of times. I mean, unless you just have a lot more information that has to be on there. But the key here to remember is that you are making a resume, creating a resume based on a scenario. So you are trying to get this job here. So you might not actually have experience in that area. If not, you're making it up. This is how would you make up a resume? It's not use your resume and post it. It's not that. So don't do that. You have to play a role here. You make up experience you think you would need, except for, education. You don't have the experience, but because you are 6 months short of the preferred experience. So basically, you have to try to write a resume that highlights the strengths that you would bring to this job when you don't have all the experience needed. Okay, the resume must have an impressive original objective statement and a summary of qualifications. Please do not forget one of these, or both of these, or one or the other. You must have both. Missing one will cost you points. So make sure that you are giving me both of those, and the resume must include your capabilities and special skills using action verbs. When you are applying for a job, you need to use action verbs. Do not use passive voice, and you need to highlight your skills, achievements. Like, for example, if you're writing this and you're going to pretend that you have a job and it says you're 6 months short, maybe you have a little experience, and or you want to act like you want to play the role that you worked in HR, then you would highlight your achievements within the job, like what you achieved on that job. Then you're going to have a summary of qualifications section that's going to be able to highlight your skills. And you're going to use active verbs. So that's really all. Again, here's how the approach you're asking yourself, well, what about, if you have relevant experience in your past, feel free to use it as part of this fictional resume and cover letter. But do not take your resume and then submit it, because it's not going to be customized for the case scenario up here, and that will cost you points. So that's really all there is to it. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. The rubric's at the bottom. It doesn't have a clickable one, so it's not one that you have to click into, so this is it right here. Here's what you're being graded on. All these little points right here. So you can see what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the cover letter. I'm looking for, is it to the point? I'm looking, is it a 3-part paragraph structure that it's supposed to be? The resume, I'm going to be looking for summary of qualifications, objective statements, active verbs, format, professional look, highlighting of achievements. If you have to make up some achievements, that's fine. Just follow the case scenario, which is you're looking for an HR director position, but you're short 6 months experience. So you need to come at it from the perspective of, I want this job, I'm short the experience. How will I sell myself to this recruiter? Or the executives, or whoever, depending, because this is a high-level job. So that's what I want you to do. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to assist you, and have a great